Hi, it's Tara here again, and today's going to be a short video that's going to be following up around the seasons of your cycle. But first of all, before I go into that, what I'd really like to do is just say a massive thank you to everybody who has fed back either through messages or through comments about how they've been using the seasons of their cycle, what it's meant for them personally, but also how it's supported their relationships and how it's supported them in their business or in their workplace. It's really exciting for me to hear this, because so much of my intention that was sitting behind the sharing of this information was so that women could, well, it could really empower women within every day of their life like it did me. And so to hear that it's doing that really fills my heart up. So coming on to the seasons of your cycle, one of the other things that's come up is that some women are saying, I'm not feeling the flow, the winter, the spring, the summer, the autumn. I find that instead of in my summer wanting to be really out there, actually I'm really uncomfortable at that point in my cycle, and I much prefer the winter. That's where I'm much more at ease. And what I'd like to first of all say is that that's okay. Every woman will have their preferred state of being, and to know what your truth is that fits into the framework of the seasons, that's what's really powerful. And so if that's your truth, that's absolutely okay. Again, if you have any queries or questions, by all means you can post them, but I'd like to just share with you now, it really is okay for you to perhaps have some seasons that you're less comfortable in, that might be going against the grain a little bit, but that's what your truth is. And that's absolutely brilliant, because if you know that, then that allows you to be able to work with that particular season on a much more empowered way each month. The second thing that I want to address with you today is for women who perhaps have been going through the seasons of their cycle and it's been brilliant. They've really noticed when they've been in their winter, so they've retreated. Their spring, they've been feeling really good, really energized. Their summer, they've been out there. Autumn, been feeling great to start with, and then as the funnies of autumn come in, but they can feel their flow and they can feel that they're moving through their seasons. However, there may come a time when you stop moving through your seasons in the same flow that you perhaps originally had. And that can be, our seasons aren't, what I'd like to say is that our seasons are affected by what goes on in our lives. What we eat, what goes on for us personally, professionally, what goes on emotionally for us, our lifestyle, the stress, they will all affect our seasons. So just to share something with you, I've got a lot going on for me personally at the moment right now. And so I've found that I'm not getting this really good spring that I've had historically, and I'm spending much more time in what feels like the energy of winter, late autumn, winter time. I'm much more tired, if not exhausted, at certain points, and I'm much more emotional, much more sensitive, and I'm not getting this big skyrocket of energy that comes in which I love during spring. But the thing that's really interesting is that I know why. I can put it down to and attribute it to a lot that's going on in my private life. So that's okay, because I know that once some things pass and shift in my private life, which I'm receiving support for, then I know that I will step back into my flow. So firstly, I'd like you to just ask yourself why. If you're having any difficulties, or your flows come out of rhythm, or you're spending longer in one season than perhaps you used to, there's been changes, then just ask yourself why. What's going on in my life right now that could be causing this? If you do then find the answers, then that's brilliant, because then you can get on with problem solving, helping to put some appropriate support in place so that you can then regain your flow once more. If you're not sure why, then I do suggest you start to seek some support, either through me, or perhaps there's other therapists or other people that are around you that could start to encourage or support you on your journey to finding out your why. The other thing to think of is that on the 8th of October, I will be running my Connect Your Feminine Flow workshop. And that's going to be a really beautiful opportunity to start to delve deeper into the seasons of your cycle and things that can affect your cycle and get you out of sync and harmony with your cycle, but also some really good hints and tips and support for you to get back in your flow again and to be really experiencing the benefits of each of the seasons of your cycle. So that's on the the Saturday 8th of October, and that will be just outside of Colchester. And I do believe that there are still a couple of tickets left, and that you're still within the early bird saver, so you've got that until Sunday. So if you'd like to come along, it would be absolutely beautiful to be able to see you there. And the other thing that I would just like to close with today is to look out for some other videos that I'm going to be putting up. In response to some of the topics that women wanted to know a little bit more about, I'm going to be looking at the video series. The first one will be about period pains, because they're really telling us to what's going on within our body. And again, like I said, our monthly cycle is our greatest feedback loop for our health, and if we've got excessive amounts of pain going on, then there's something that we need to do different. And so the next video, which will be out either tomorrow or the day after, will be about how to support your body with period pains. Anyway, in the meantime, I'm wishing you lots and lots of love, and if you have any questions or queries or just comments on what I've shared with you today, feel free to post them, and I'll also post the link to the Connect Your Feminine Flow workshop, which would be fantastic to see you there. Much love.